Welcome to Visual Novel Book Club. We are here with Chapter 2 of Soul of Sovereignty. I am Tautology, and joining me once again this week is Victor.
I'm back. You can't get rid of me. I won't leave.
I mean, I wouldn't want you to leave anyway. Like, I feel like this game would be.
Aw.
Like, I'm very much enjoying playing this, but also, like, having like I find a lot of joy in experiencing new things with the person. I think I mentioned this last week. Experiencing new things with the person who recommended it to me. And I like how I tend to surround myself around people who are very gung ho about specific things. Um and you have been so gung ho about this game, and it's been like, I get it.
I really appreciate that. Um, I don't think I add anything particularly special to this experience, but I'm just really happy to be I don't know, getting excited about it with you.
I mean,
And you're just a very fun person to be around.
Ah, I mean, like, I feel you add something very important, which is like having like just someone else to kind of like bounce off of, and like to react to my reactions.
Mm.
Like, having that kind of like patter is just a lot of fun. As far as I'm concerned. But yeah, I'm really excited to start chapter 2. So,
One thing I wanted to ask real quick.
sure.
I listened to the VOD last time and I think I was coming in a bit loud. Chat, am I are our audios balanced correctly?
Yeah, I did lower yours before I started.
All right. As long as I'm not upsettingly loud this time, I just want to make absolute sure.
Yeah,
All good.
yeah, I also made sure this.
Everyone says we're good.
Yeah. And also, I did make sure this time that our audio tracks are on separate tracks, uh,
Hooray.
so that it's easier to edit individual voice levels. And I'm sorry I didn't do that in time last time. Uh, Having too many irons in the fire at any given moment kind of leaves us permafrazzled, and we are
Oh,
steadily pulling irons out of the fire.
you're doing great. You're doing fantastic. Don't you worry. Thank you for fixing that problem. I appreciate it.
Yeah, of course. So yeah, let's get started. We have our save from last time.
Okay.
Boy. Oh no, I don't wanna. I wanna load. Loading. Yes. Oh, it just puts me back in this. Okay, I see. Do you remember? The vents were open that day, letting the wind pass through. Real wind, not the stuff they normally churned out to keep people from going crazy. This was the wind that lived and breathed, that I could swear blew my hair into my face on purpose. The sound of it took me to places I could never imagine seeing with my own eyes. I didn't totally understand why, but I kept coming back to the roof on ventilation days. But on that particular day, a teacher saw me, and I learned we weren't actually supposed to be going up to the roof. Too dangerous. I got detention, which I didn't take too well. I was a good student. I could handle teasing, rumors, even being alone, as long as I didn't disappoint anyone. That was different. 30 minutes in a room I'd never seen the inside of before. I put on my bravest face and opened the door. It was meant to be a quiet place to reflect. Prayer was encouraged, never required. But how could I do anything else? The second I entered the room, my eyes were glued to his image, larger than life on the wall. His gaze, too sacred for our sight, pierced the veiling hands and fell squarely on me. He knew how afraid and upset I felt, how harsh I thought my punishment was, and he sympathized with me. But was it so simple? Was going up to the roof the only wrong thing I'd done? I stood before him, dumbfounded and defenseless. The layers of my heart fell away one by one. I could hear a jumble of my own thoughts echoing in my head. What had I been so obsessed with? The wind that lived and breathed. What did that even mean? Places I could never imagine seeing. The outside? The rotting world we'd been saved from? I lived in safety and comfort, in the loving embrace of the Almighty, and I daydreamed about going out into the dead wilderness? What was wrong with me? My lip trembled. My fists clenched. Disgust welled up in me, but the thought of crying was worse. Anyone deserved to cry. Shouldn't it be the ones whose love I'd thrown away? And yet, he smiled at me, softly, patiently waiting for me to go to him. Please, please forgive me. I'm sorry. You know what's in my heart. I try my best, but I'm weak, and tears blurred my vision. I blinked them away, and with clear eyes met a smile that hadn't changed. He still waited. A sick feeling spread through my stomach, and I knelt. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was imagining things. I was letting the voice in, but that isn't what I want. I want to live in your vision. I want to be remade. So please. He continued to wait. What was it? What hadn't I done? My breath grew short and frantic. The world around me started to spin. Finally, the thought struck me to look elsewhere for the source of his disappointment. And for the first time, I saw you there. You leaned with your back against the wall, looking at nothing, ignoring him. How can you just stand there? The words spilled out. I could barely hear myself shouting. You just lifted your eyebrows at me. You know
You
you
know
don't.
you didn't
Oh,
have to
sorry.
do all that, right?
What?
We're in here for, what, 28 more minutes? Then we can go. Praying isn't gonna pass the time any faster.
It had only been 2 minutes? I, I'm not trying to pass the time. I want to make things right with him.
What'd you do?
That's for him to judge.
Wasn't gonna judge. Just curious. Hey, well, wanna know why I'm here? They caught me on the scaffolding again. I mean, they'll throw the book at me for any reason, but that was today's.
The scaffolding, like on the.
Outside, yeah.
That's. What? Why? Isn't that dangerous?
Have you ever felt the wind out there? It's nothing like inside. Once you really feel it, you never get over it. At least, I haven't. I can't breathe sometimes when I think about living here forever. That's why, as soon as I get the chance, I'm out.
I stared in silence.
Man, I knew it. You are cool.
Sorry? Me?
You haven't rolled your eyes. Well, if you think I'm crazy, at least you're being nice.
I. I'm kind of here for the same reason as you.
What? Oh, for real?
The wind is different. It really is. I just like to breathe it in. Sometimes, I swear I can even. In the corner of my eye, I saw the builder's smile turn cold. Never mind.
What? No, don't look at him. Forget his stupid face.
I flinched. He's not. Don't say that.
Okay, sorry. You can look at him if you want. Or you could look at me.
Gay!
Extremely. One moment, there are sirens outside. Give
Yeah.
me a sec.
I'm gonna wait for Victor to unmute. Oh, dang it.
There we go. I closed the window.
Okay. He walked around opposite the image so I'd face away to follow. I was nauseous. My heartbeat pounded in my ears. But I did follow you. And you smiled, big and bright and fearless under the builder's gaze. I didn't realize it then, but that smile healed me more than his ever did. Oh, that's so gay! When did I start hating you for it?
Lesbians introduced.
Lesbians. The sirens are from being on the scaffolding.
Technically, you already know one of the lesbians.
Oh ho.
And this is Ismay's narration to start, so I'll take back over as her.
Okay.
There are no stories about the Builder's rise to power. His faithful hands would tell you that he was always a god, that he created the world and everyone in it. A well meaning, holy idiot with no clue what mortal life was like. No wonder the mosaic was the best he could do. Maybe if I looked at it that way, I'd be playing the part of a hero. Too bad I know better.
Ooh.
The sovereignty, the power to reshape the world. A legend that eluded even the mosaic's so-called greatest treasure hunter, and it was mine. Everything I could dream of was mine. Until it wasn't. You have not yet realized the fullness of your vision, nor manifested it by your works. Until you overcome the remaining trials, you must continue to walk the earth as a human.
I,
Ugh.
I love you doing the whiny Ismay voice. It's so good.
Now a second trial awaits in the remains of Ericus. Ericus, some ruined capital. Loic knew the name. According to him, we'd arrive on foot in 2 days. A little persuasion made it 1 day, with no breaks.
Oh, that's mean.
That's really mean.
That's so
She's
mean.
she has a new ability and she is immediately putting it to use to
Yeah, like there are more things to compel a person, more fun things to compel a person to do. Ahem.
Now the sun sets beside us on a worn down mountain path. Below us, a valley of thick fog, like endless nothing. Tired already? He's been lagging behind long enough by now that I have to raise my voice. I catch a flash of exhaustion on his face before he sweeps it under the usual smile.
A bit. Whatever godly stamina the sovereignty has blessed you with seems to have skipped over me. But we're making good time. Perhaps we can spare an hour or two to rest.
I asked for a yes or no, not an itinerary. Now keep walking before I make you crawl.
I'm normal. As you wish.
And then a little bow, and that's it. Hmm. You know what? I've decided I am tired of walking. Carry me.
Ah! Oh my god.
This makes him pause, like he's unsure he's heard me right, but we both know that there's no mishearing. Soon enough, he stoops slowly down to offer his back.
All right, off we go.
You know you're not fooling anybody with that fake cheer, right? He laughs barely.
You yourself warned me not to expect sympathy, Ismay. If you'd prefer I begged for it now, you need only say the word.
Hmm.
Now, I'd like to say the amount of heavy lifting I did at the shop would surprise you. On a better day, I might manage like this a while longer. Sadly, between the lack of sleep and all of yesterday's excitement, I think we've discovered my physical limit. So, with apologies.
Huh? Huh? Hey! Shit! Fog everywhere. I can barely make out the mosaic shadow in the distance, past the slope we tumbled down from. But here's my witness, collapsed a few paces away. He, didn't fall that hard, did he? Hey! No, 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 no. If you die, I die. And I'm not going out like this. Get up! That's an order.
Your concern touches the heart. You may rest assured your immortality is in no danger if I can just have a minute to catch my breath.
Fine. Shame on me for expecting my sworn servant to get a little exercise for his god.
Sorry,
Yeah?
I'm being normal.
Uh huh.
I'm being so normal.
I'm sure.
I she's hot.
He's pretty hot.
They're both hot.
Yeah, that's part and parcel for this premise, I think.
Yeah.
What happens when I order you to do something you really don't want to do?
Such as?
Oh, I don't know. Kill somebody?
You'll want a more capable man for the job, I think. But I've already told you I'm not convinced by that kind of talk. Even without hearing the full truth, I believe you're searching for kindness, and you're just as worthy of it as anyone.
Please.
Well, however I'm choosing to look at it, the decision's been made. No going back now, even if I might do some things differently given a second chance. But while we're on the subject, there's something I've been meaning to ask since we entered into this relationship together. Whoa, why? Oh, because the cursor is overpressed, damn it.
Shoot.
What is your vision for the sovereignty? What kind of world will you create with it?
A world for me. What else?
Yes, I imagine any sovereign hopeful would say the same. My question is more what that looks like exactly.
Oh, reclining on a throne, naked servants feeding me little fruits, that kind of thing.
I'm only encouraging you to give it some thought. After all, the voice seemed to think your vision had a ways to go yet.
Hmm.
If nothing else, have you considered the lives of ordinary people under your rule? Damn it. Other than the naked servants, I mean.
You can have a thong if you're feeling modest.
A benevolent god indeed.
But let's cut the shit. What kind of world are you hoping I'm hoping for?
Come again?
I can believe that you saved me because you felt bad or whatever. That's fine. What I don't buy is that a smart guy like you wouldn't be looking for a way to make it worth his while.
Hmm.
You say I'm worthy of kindness. In other words, if you're nice enough to me, you'll be able to call in a favor once I'm in charge. So let's hear it. In fact, I'll take a wild guess. Your kid, right?
Hmm. For better or worse, I've signed away my life. Am I wrong to hope it was for the better?
So you admit it.
You misunderstand. I mean to save my daughter with or without your help. I was already prepared to manage without. But if the sovereignty does fall into your hands, there's one favor I think you'll be inclined to grant me.
Oh, now this I've got to hear.
Ismay, when I watched you rise from the temple as a god in all your glory, pardon, I was truly, deeply afraid. But as you issued your challenge to the shield, to the mosaic itself, part of me rejoiced. That tower is the only home I've ever known. Within its walls lie the deepest treasures in my heart. And yet, well, to make a long explanation short, I have a good feeling that you and I share more common ground than you think, my fellow heretic. I
Hmm.
see. I see. I get the picture.
You get it.
I get it!
You get the idea.
I get it! I get it! T for T! I'm sorry. Do you hear that?
What? Oh, now I do. The slow approach of a propeller. Ugh. I don't need the headlights blaring through the mist to confirm my first thought. I know a shield SV when I hear one. This is you.
Help is on the way. Please remain calm.
Great. The pilot makes a sloppy landing and rushes out to greet us. Lesbian number one. Hi again, Fel.
She's pretty.
She's so pretty, isn't she?
Yeah. Are you two alright? I heard a scream and. Ah! Oh my goodness! You're her!
She falls to her knees on the spot.
Please! Sorry, I need a moment. I.
Esme instantly smiles when someone grovels.
I'm normal. I'm so normal. I am the most normal. Please have
I'm
mercy. I'll do
listening.
anything you want.
Oh, how cute. And what do you think you can offer a god?
Uh, uh.
Ah, get up. Maybe there's something you can do for my mortal dead weight. Sure enough, the SV is packed with supplies. A blanket, radiator, first aid stuff. Most importantly for my witness, a few pitiful rations.
Thank you. Truly. Sorry. Hold on. Yuri image in
Yeah.
chat. That frame of all three of them was giving we saw you from across the fogged forest and we didn't like your vibe.
Yeah.
Dang it. Don't mention it. And you wait, do gods eat? I've never hosted one before. If you don't mind my asking, we've met, haven't we? Very briefly at the lamplight. Yeah. Felicity Ferret Felicy Ferret fell for short. Loic Ard. Pleased to meet you properly, Miss Ferret. Likewise. But really, this is our third time crossing paths. You'll have to forgive me. I only know of one other. You wouldn't remember the first time since, well, you were unconscious. Outside the Hollow Temple. I brought you back to Tarn. Really? Then I've fallen further into your debt. Not at all. I'm just happy to help.
She sits there, staring into her lap for a while.
Um, since we've run into each other like this, can I ask what happened at the temple? But I can't imagine you missed it. A towering deity struck down your superior ship in plain view. Well, yes, but I mean, before that, when the temple lit up. Was anyone else there? Maybe a woman around my age with short hair, and she would have had a cape tied around her shoulders, too. The two of you were there, so I figure you might know.
Quick question. Where are we?
What?
The middle of nowhere, on a path to some ruins no one's cared about in 50 years. Does that about sum it up?
More or less. I don't.
Great. Because I'm having a hard time believing a rookie OS patrol just happened to run into us here. You know the whole shield is looking for me. I liked your little rescue act, but you didn't mistake us for some random travelers. You've been following us. So, what's the plan? Let's say I know this girl you're asking about. If you were hoping a first aid kit and a cereal bar would get me to tell you anything, you're not gonna cut it as a cop, hon.
You're right. That's why I quit. Stole the SV, all my equipment, and just ran. After Langley destroyed the temple, when he knew that someone could still be inside, Please, please, I just want an answer. I want to know what happened to my friend. I need to know Nino's still okay. Nino! No, it couldn't. So you really do know her. She's someone who means a lot to me, and it's my fault I. If there's any chance she's alive, that's all I want to know, please. If she went inside.
No, don't tell her a thing. He flashes me a wounded look, then closes his eyes.
I'm very sorry, Miss Ferret. Believe me when I say I hope for Nino's safety with all my heart. What? Then that's it? Mr. Ard, with how she talked about you, I thought. She said you saved her life. But now you won't help me find her? All it takes is for this false god to say no?
Oh, now I'm false? Sooner than you think, I'll be the only god. Mr. Ard here is just ahead of the curve. And he's a very loyal follower, too. Bad for you.
I'm normal. I'm normal. I'm so normal. Y- you!
She draws her weapon. That's more like it, rookie. Too bad it's still not getting you any answers. You can't kill me. She stares me down for a few seconds, obviously having second thoughts. Then her aim jumps to my side. I realized Loic has raised his palms to offer peace. Stupid!
Then what about him?
The look on my face spurs her on.
You care if he dies, don't you? Miss Ferret, please, calm down. I'm not asking for a lot, right? You don't need to do this. It's not like I want to, but you're not giving me a choice. Why won't you just tell me? What else am I supposed to do? Sleep. What?
Panicked, she steadies her aim. But she must feel the air softening as he speaks. I can tell even before seeing the dim light pinned at his waist, swaying with his steps. He lays a hand on hers and says again, his voice calm and clear,
You've done enough, Fel. Sleep.
looking lost, she breathes out half a question before her knees get out.
Aw.
See, if I were her, I would have just shot you.
Also, brief pause. Thank you, Belina, for subscribing. If only.
What flower was that?
Hey, Feather, but give me a moment, please.
He's knelt down beside her, rifling through the pages of his notebook. What, you're not done?
That was too sudden. She'll suffer if I leave her like this. Likely even more when she wakes.
Who cares?
I do. Please, just one moment.
Now that I look at this girl, she really is struggling, clenching her brows, still breathing a mile a minute. The flower Lloyd picks out is another mystery to me. Something white. As it comes alive, bathing her in light, he brushes her hair away from her eyes and lightly cradles her head in his hands. He talks to her in that warm, soft. I can't make out the words. Her ragged breathing slows, and the creases in her brow start to fade. Finally, something close to a smile shows on her face.
All right, there we are.
Did you have to do it like that?
Like what?
Nothing. You're not going to pass out again, are you? You sound like shit. He winces with laughter.
Unkind, but true. I can't advise you to depend on me for any more magic until I've properly rested. Lucky us to have stumbled into such a lovely campsite.
Wait, here? With the cop?
Formerly, and fast asleep, as you can see.
Until she wakes up.
Not for some hours, at least. I assume you'll be awake to keep an eye on her either way.
I wouldn't have gone to all the trouble of tracking him down if I didn't need him. And I'd already be an anarchist by now if I didn't need him alive. But still. What the hell? Whatever.
Thank you, Ismay. Good night.
Here. Take him.
Huh? Huh?
Go on.
I, uh, thank you?
Yeah. So you don't feel anything, right?
Huh? Sorry, I do love that it's all just question marks.
And I can imagine her expression.
Yeah, I mean, it's also like, speaking solely in punctuation.
Yeah. No? Ugh, man, I knew it was a dud, but I had to try it.
Huh? No, wait, seriously, huh?
You know that research assignment?
The one due next month? You're thinking about that already?
Yeah. I picked my topic the day we got it, and you're looking at them.
You mean the flowers are for your project? Oh.
Not just flowers. I'm investigating flower language, one of the greatest mysteries of the ancient world.
Flower language? Like unrequited love and stuff?
That's what everybody says. Here, just read this stupid pamphlet they gave me at the place.
In pre Mosaic Palace, flowers with particular meanings conveyed messages of love and longing from sender to recipient. Thinking of you, I pray for your happiness. My heart aches. All could be expressed with the right arrangement of blooms. In accent, people would come to ascribe far more varied meanings to their flowers. While some might strike us as bizarre today, did you know the pink hydrangea means underwear? When taken as a whole, Aksendi flower language is beautifully nuanced and endlessly fascinating. And there's a glossary: yellow roses for friendship, Palacias for regal beauty. Oh, there's the hydrangea underwear thing.
It's so dumb, right?
I mean, I wouldn't know. I'm not the one researching this stuff.
Well, first of all, Accent invented flower language. They weren't just using it to send love letters.
What were they using it for?
Everything. Marcel Mullen
Here we go.
Marcel Mullen wrote about it. He said it was the most powerful magic known to man. With the right flowers, sages, they call them sages, could do anything. Healing the sick, taming the seas, moving mountains.
That sounds scary.
It sounds cool. Anyway, it was a total mystery. The temple expedition couldn't get off the ground for years because nobody knew how it worked. And then Marcel Mullen actually met a real living sage, someone who could unlock the secret of the ruins.
Oh.
Uh huh.
I see, I see, I see. And they still didn't find anything.
Yeah, but that's just it. The sage disappeared. Mullen's last reports that the excavation team came back short one person.
What? You mean they, like, died?
That's what I thought. But here, look at this. She.
She
It's.
handed me a magazine open to the cover story. A familiar actress smiled at me, arm in arm with her co star. Fifi Liqueur? Oh, I didn't know she got married. Cute. Wait, the sage is Fifi Liqueur?
No! Read the article!
I skimmed through the descriptions of her luxurious ceremony. Famous designers, elite chefs, way more celebrities than I cared about, all piled into that fancy new resort at the top of new construction. Then, weirdly, a whole section about the flowers. When he proposed, he didn't even say a word. I swear this is true. He gave me flowers on my birthday, and I figured it was a sweet thought. But when I took them, when I looked at them, I just knew. Felt like everything he wanted to say flooded right into me, down to the letter. I was stunned. He planned to give a little speech and then surprise me with the ring, but I was sobbing yes before he got the chance. Fifi's unconventional proposal left such an impression that she insisted on hiring the same florist before the ceremony itself. But when we asked for a name, she played coy, wanting to protect her hidden gem from the spotlight. Oh, okay, you think this is the magic.
I know it is.
It's not exactly as mind blowing as you make it sound. I was expecting her to. I was expecting her to say the flowers exploded.
Oh, come on. You gotta admit there's something there.
Fine, I guess.
Anyway, I've been trying to track down this florist.
Too bad Fifi didn't give you anything to go on.
Right? And now there's like a million more shops jumping on the trend. I've been to a dozen already. But I'm not giving up. Not till I see it for myself. Look, people, look with your own eyes. However tall the mosaic may climb, it remains only a tiny corner of the world as it used to be. And that world is all around us. Still, right now. More than a memory, more than some trove of riches ripe for the plunder. Living, breathing world. But don't just take my word for it. Look!
The request seemed easy enough. Despite the look on my daughter's face after the client had left, it wasn't too far out of the ordinary. I had considered a number of approaches. Striped carnations, your feelings overwhelm me. Sunflowers, daffodils, I take joy in my solitude. Pomegranate, if only I could. The more options I weighed, the less I could deny what I was doing. Flimsy euphemisms, every one. I was skirting around the obvious answer, the most direct expression of the client's feelings. How dare you? I sat alone in the workroom, watched by a crowd of scornful faces. The arrangement itself was trivial. I could have let one of the new hires handle it. I had not feared wasting their effort. But I'd made my bed. Nothing else to do but try again. Again, I traced the flower's form in my heart. I reflected on the client's seething words, and the meaning appeared to me. And when I made to lay my hand on it, I brushed a different memory, as one unwittingly touches a live wire. Concentration shattered, I watched another bouquet wither into uselessness. Just then, a call from outside swiftly cleared the storm of my mind.
Dad,
Come in, honey. Is something wrong?
there's a weird customer asking too many questions.
Don't say it like that.
I mean, she's asking about magic. Serious stuff.
And her voice rang a note of conspiratorial excitement she barely attempted to hide. Uh-huh. And is our visitor representing the shield by any chance?
I don't think so. But she's really intense. And Sammy is so useless.
Be nice to Sammy, please.
He's too nervous. Everything he says just makes her more suspicious.
I'm sure he's doing his best. Let's give him a break. I took a moment to check the flowers clipped to my apron, all in order, before heading out to the floor. Samson had been with us at least a year by then, my first full time hire. His open warmth made him an excellent clerk, but really, I could leave just about anything to him but the magic. Layla, somewhat resistant to changes around the shop, would not fully warrant him for a few more years. She quietly retook her seat, obscured by a vase at the edge of the register counter, from which she could comfortably judge both Sam and this new threat. The confrontation had stalled by time I entered. Sam stood anxiously at the counter, looking anywhere but the impatient young visitor. At last, he met me with great relief.
Oh, Mr. Ard. Phew. I think this young lady has some questions for you.
So I hear. Thank you, Sam. Then I took notice of the visitor, girl seemingly only a few years older than my daughter. Oof, pardon. A confident smile spread across her face at my approach. Well, good morning.
Hey there. You the boss?
I am. Is there something I can help you with?
Yeah. Matter of fact, I think you might be just the guy I'm looking for.
Then I hope I don't disappoint you. Please go on.
See, I'm researching the magic of flower language. That's what you do here, right?
It certainly is. After all, expressing our hearts to one another is a kind of magic.
Yeah, okay. But I'm talking about something way bigger than that. Real magic. I read that in ancient Oxen, people used flowers to do things we couldn't even dream of today. Legendary, world shaking stuff. Miracles, even.
Wow. And to think I've wasted all these years making centerpieces out of them. I love how sarcastic Loic is.
He's really funny, is the thing.
He is!
Come on. I know you know what I'm talking about.
Worn down somewhat, I tried a warning. I'm afraid I don't have a clue. What God fearing Mosean would?
What's there to be afraid of? What's he gonna do? Who cares if he doesn't like the old world? It's not like he can stop us from talking about it.
A brief silence passed. She was young.
And hey, it's too late to play dumb anyway. I already know this isn't a normal flower shop.
Is that so?
Well, yeah. The big guy over there freaked out as soon as I asked about magic. Sorry, boss.
I think the apology clinches it, Sam, but that's all right. I.
I mean,
You dink. You wonderful buffoon. Oh, Sam is great.
I love him.
What a
He's cute.
dweeb.
See, I knew it. So, oh man, I have so many questions. Did you work with Marcel Mullen?
Ah. To be honest, those days were so long ago that I hardly remember them now.
Huh? I I mean it was kind of a big deal.
You'd be surprised what people forget. Sometimes even what's foremost in our minds, like fresh footprints in the snow. The visitor scoffed. Leah watched me closely. You don't believe me. But haven't you ever gone somewhere and completely lost track of why?
Oh boy. Nope. Got a mind like a steel trap.
That's youth talking. Me, I'm always forgetting the most important things. Greg here can back me up. I was hoping you would chime in, Sam.
I don't know, boss. I don't know. I'm feeling real vulnerable right now.
Aw, bud. Kindly, the stranger laughed. Leah, too, and a bit more than she'd meant, for she shrank back into hiding when her voice drew a curious glance from the friend she'd yet to meet. All right, that does it for the comedy segment. Let's move on. Is there anything else I can do for you today?
Oh yeah. I hmm, uh wait, there was something I wanted to ask about.
Flowers, hopefully? I'm not sure I'm qualified to answer much else.
Yeah, I guess.
Wonderful. True to our name, we at the Messenger favor arrangements with purpose. We prioritize meaning over aesthetics, but of course, we can accommodate any preference from you or your loved one. Do you happen to have a recipient in mind? Someone to whom you'd like to express a certain thought?
Well, there's this one girl who makes me laugh and listens to me talk about oh anything, even if it weirds her out. And she's really pretty too. And she's the best friend I've ever had. So she makes me want to do my best, I guess. You know? Ugh, should have written a letter, huh? That sucked.
Not at all. One moment. Might have sent her away empty handed on a different day, but I appreciated the diversion, however brief. Sincere affection. Very welcome break from the order I'd left on my table. Apologies for the wait. Here you are for the one who brings you joy.
Whoa, you did that so fast. And it looks so nice. Thanks. Wait, how much?
On the house.
Whoa, really? Thanks so much.
And so the stranger left with a dazzling smile, having fully abandoned the matter that brought her to us.
You should have charged her for that.
My god, the world's youngest accountant. Where did I go wrong?
Whatever.
Thus rewarded with the look I adored, I'd have happily forgotten everything else. Yet I couldn't ignore the dark cloud over my assistant. Chin up, Sam. We're all right.
Yeah. Oh, sorry for the trouble.
Don't be. I should have prepared you. And after the article, I'm relieved it wasn't an inspector. Next time, don't hesitate to call for me.
You got it. Um, I want you to check the glossary real quick.
before I click any more text.
Sure.
Okay.
Oh, I guess it's not added until the end of this scene.
Okay.
Pardon me.
You're fine. Briefly passing the shop's side windows, the young visitor exchanged another cheerful wave with me before slipping out of sight. At the time, I expected her interest to fade long before the charm on her memory would, as was often the case with the casually curious. Complacency on my part, I admit. I'd yet to learn that Nino's was no casual curiosity. Oh,
Page 2. Check out the new ones.
hay feather, sleep, native to the far continent. From wakefulness in the depths of thunder would naturally find it distressing, but easing the descent takes more time and subtlety than an urgent situation allows. Honestly, I don't like reading hay feather this way, but years of practice for it as an aid for insomnia have made it my most immediate option for self-defense. Outland jasmine, deciduous scrub bearing star-shaped flowers. Prized for both fragrance and medicine. Jasmine was first brought to Accent by a lord who stole it from the neighboring land of Ehai. In retaliation, Yehai raised their voices against him, cursing him with terrible nightmares. Fame supposedly saved him by revealing the flower's meaning as he slept, and so on. That's cute.
It's not impossible to guess how the monarchy managed that.
Yeah. Billy's poppy, misplaced memory. Tied to forgetfulness, which makes it a reliable safeguard. Ooh,
If
fun.
you want to make someone forget why they're in the shop real quick.
Yeah, it's just very interesting that it's poppy in particular.
Yeah, that this is a far cry from its usual symbolic significance to a degree. Like dreams, sleep, days, morning.
I mean,
And here we have
I'm thinking about poppies as they're used in the UK and how like they're used to signify remembrance of I honestly don't know what because I'm not British.
it's often war. It's often mourning those fallen because poppies are frequently the first kind of wildflower to pop up after a place has been bombed out or
Ah,
burned.
yeah. I do know that the poppy has kind of been like misused in the UK in recent years, kind of unsurprisingly.
Mm, mm, mhm.
And yeah, Yuri image in chat. The flowers meant friendship, didn't they? He's a nasty individual for this. I mean, like
They
that's
didn't.
sorry.
They didn't actually. The bouquet that Fel gave that Nino gave to Fel you see later on, and it's a sunflower bouquet.
Ooh,
Joy. That's sincere affection. It's not listed on here just yet,
yeah,
but that one's love.
yeah. I mean, it's also like I imagine that there's only so much you can do if someone is only speaking in a like only giving so many words.
hmm
But yeah,
Hey, time to wake up. You've slept enough, right?
I couldn't honestly say. Has something happened?
He looks so peeled without his cloak.
He really does.
Yeah, the sun came up, and I'm tired of waiting. Get in.
She gives the side of Phil's survey vehicle a. Sorry, I'm imagining is May just slapping the side of the helicopter and going, "This baby can fit so many heretics."
That's that's good. That's good imagery.
Gives the side of Phil's survey vehicle a loud slap as she heads around to the pilot's seat. I realize I'm not going to talk you out of this.
What, stealing a stolen SV? Really?
Stranding this woman in the wilderness, I meant.
Not my problem. Get in.
Having left myself no room for resistance, I obey. Felicie stirs only barely, still enfolded in a joyful dream. I must take some solace in knowing I'd offered her the only kindness I can. Aerial survey vehicles were a more common sight in the old days. Of course, the stated purpose of the outer shield remains unchanged to protect the mosaic from external threats. But back then, average patrolmen often rescued would be explorers who wandered too far off the beaten path. As the number of wanderers dwindled, so too did the daring rescues. At her age, I doubt Officer Farrett would have seen enough excitement in the field to earn this rickety SV its scars. But at least one mark is hers, a lone photograph taped over one of the flight displays. Ismay coos sarcastically before flicking it out of her way. She takes us into the air with surprising ease, almost nonchalant. Clearly, this is not her first time piloting a shield vehicle. Meanwhile, I rescue the photograph. Oh! Really is Nino.
What? Oh, right, you knew this kid.
Yes, I had the privilege of employing her for a few months. In a word, fearless. Her best and worst quality, to be completely honest. But we were all happier for her presence. She wanted more than anything to become an explorer. When the world moved on, her fascination only burned brighter. The first time we met, she tracked me down, looking for answers on the so called Hollow Temple.
Meaning she was after the sovereignty.
I would say that her ambitions fell short of yours. You two might have one point in common, although her religious upbringing was a bit more ordinary.
Hmm. So what? Ran away from home? Ran into the sovereignty's hall and got herself skewered?
Oh, Ismay.
We know what's on the other side of that gate. And her girlfriend wasn't there to bring her back to life. You do the math.
We aren't entirely sure that Felicie saw Nino enter the gate at all.
Whatever helps you cope.
Seeing no future in which the survey vehicle is reunited with its pilot, I find a place for her photo in the pages of my notebook. It's all I can do. Is this me or you?
Still you.
Okay. Seat of splendor carved in stone, shaded by boughs of gold. So the poet wrote of Arrakest, Axon's ancient capital. The early Phaimic priests settled there for its abundant rains, which yielded many precious flowers. With the wild sword lily, the great cleaving, they shaped the mountain into their dwelling. Hybridization refined the meaning over time, enabling greater feats of architecture, more elaborate sculpture. At its height, Arrakis became a marvel of engineering that inspired awe from across the continent. Now the seat lies barren, its splendor long eroded by the world-ending rain. After a few valuables had been collected by treasure hunters, Arrakis quickly fell back into irrelevance. Ismay looks over the ragged remains, her face hardened into a scowl.
Is this it?
I wonder what you expected from my description of the place.
You know I wasn't listening to any of that.
Of course. This isn't Arrakis pop proper, at least not as I've seen it. Treasure hunters approached it from the north, nearest home. We've come around the south.
Can't imagine why they didn't bother with this side.
Marcel Mullen would have liked to. He never found what he believed was Arrakis' greatest secret.
Is it the Sovereignty Deluxe, or should I tune out now? She's so mean.
She is, but also I'm imagining like a deluxe edition of Soulsov on like Fangamer, and it comes with like a little Ismay figurine or something.
God.
Unfortunately, oh, the ground shudders, then lurches. From behind comes a scraping sound, a tremendous crash. Just as abruptly, all settles again into stillness. When we turn to look, the parked SV is nowhere to be seen. Swallowed, I realize, by a massive rift. Clearly no act of nature.
Exalted and witness. Go forth.
Eyes all aglow, Ismay peers over the edge into the depths. There lies Arrakis' legendary subterrane, the holy city beneath a city, prepared for us as if on a platter. Briefly, I consider what he would have given for such a view.
How's that for service? Come on.
Indeed, our guide has graciously provided a path down along the cliffside, scalable with a good deal of care on my part. I did the thing where I read ahead and I laughed at what was coming,
Oh God.
which I'm just going to refer to at this point forward as a Justin McElroy.
Truly.
She hops down on instinct, apparently having taken to her new invincibility as a fish to water. At the deepest point, a great effigy carved upon the wall beckons us into a long, dark tunnel.
So, humor me. If we're the first people to find this place, there's going to be treasure in here, right?
I do like how it's the same wall texture,
Yeah.
but
Reuse assets when you can.
yeah, I'm just also fully expecting Ismay to pull out a gun again. Surely wealth pales before the promise of godhood exalted.
It does. But until I get my godhood, why shouldn't I have a little spending money? Maybe you too, if you behave.
You're very kind, but I get by. Not that you not that you'd find much luck converting relics into spending money in this day and age. Wait, Ismay, stop. I point out what I've noticed. Set into the floor a few paces ahead, a brightly patterned tile. I can see the faint outline of flowers layered beneath its glassy surface.
Not decoration, I'm guessing.
An anchor stone. Implied by the name, it's designed to anchor a very elaborate enchantment. I'll spare you the details, but suffice it to say they aren't usually displayed like this except as a deterrent to intruders.
You're saying it's going to curse me if I walk on it.
It's not out of the question.
And what's the worst a curse is going to do? Kill me?
It, damn it. Is death the worst punishment you can imagine?
You're going to have to try a little harder than that.
I'm not saying this to frighten you, Ismay, only to offer my experience. Treated my share of unlucky grave robbers as it happens. The ones afflicted for only a few hours insisted they'd endured weeks of screaming agony.
Sounds fun.
Masochist. Teach their own.
How to cure them?
Primarily lavender, my old standby. It means peace, comfort, relief from anguish. Why do you ask?
Because you can just do that again. Let's go.
Ismay. Ignoring me, she walks across the tile. Then waits a moment. Then shrugs rather dramatically. All right.
Oh my god, you hate being wrong. You hate it so much. You're gonna cry.
I love her sliding in from the side.
It's really good.
On the contrary, I've never been happier to be wrong. Anything that saves us the trouble of.
Shit! Shit! What? Are you okay?
You may be onto something, Ismay. Maybe I do hate being wrong.
You motherfucker! Do 50 push ups right now!
Even. Even absolute obedience only wrenches about 7 out of me.
I love them. I love them so much.
I love them so much too. I'm also reminded there's a Matt Wiggins, formerly of Loading Ready Run. His home streams, he has a thing where if you start by gifting 10 subs and then every 5 after, he will do squats on camera.
Oh my god.
And there was
This
a.
is like that.
Sorry?
This is like that.
Yeah, it also, the count of squats, because of the way the math worked out, got up to like nearly 400 one night.
No. Just no.
Yeah, no, they got banked, but also, like, I kicked that off on accident by gifting 10 subs, and I didn't know he had gone cycling and was in a lot of pain earlier that day, because I arrived late.
You did a crime.
And someone else did the rest of the gift subs by spending, like, $1,000.
You murderer!
Ah! Yet, in truth, as I stepped on the tile, I did feel something. Not pain, but a strange searching, as though I'd spotted a familiar face, but forgotten the name. Before I could process it, before I could even wonder at it, the sensation had fled. I think
An
when.
effect has occurred.
Yeah. Um, I think now is a good place to take a break, maybe?
Yeah, let's take 5.
Yeah, let's take a.
Or 10, or whatever.
Yeah, I'm gonna just also hit save, because saving the game is always
Yeah.
important. Always save your work.
Saving. Always save, always take breaks. Take
Yep.
care of yourself, drink water, all of these things that Ismay would never say.
Yeah. Yeah, so let's take a 5-minute break and we'll be back soon. See you all
See
in a
you
bit.
in 5 minutes.
And we're back, everyone.
Hi, I'm back.
All right.
Wow. This is a hell of a lot bigger than the last ruin.
And hardly a ruin at all, in fact. Ismay, you'll recall the professor whose writings sparked your search for the sovereignty? He theorized that this man was the last to wield it.
Oh, yeah? And who was he?
Sam Serie, the final king of Axend. This place is a monument to his rule, or so I gather from the inscription.
So you can read it.
Oh, not a word of this formal stuff. It may as well be a different language from the Exendi I know. But the flowers carved into the frame paint a clear enough picture. We often see these five associated with royalty, each extolling the monarch's virtues. By this point, I expect Ismay to tire of my explanation and order me to move along. Instead, she stares up at Sarai's image in total silence.
Bet this guy was a real piece of work.
I wonder what makes you say that?
Just a hunch. And that's a flower he's got, right? What is it?
That is unmistakably a witch gaze, a mark of authority. I wonder too if it served as a symbol of his sovereignty.
Wait, there's a flower that can give me the sovereignty? Then why are we wasting time with all this?
No, I'm only suggesting it was a visual metaphor here, a clear sign to the people of the time.
Okay. What does it do?
Pardon?
I mean, if you did your magic thing with this flower, what would it do?
It's a faulty assumption that every flower necessarily does anything, Ismay.
Answer my question.
To the best of my knowledge, then, I told you that the early priests settled in Arrakest because its climate yielded many vital flowers. The most prized of these was the wild pansy, whose meaning in its purest form is, essentially, unrequited love.
You're shitting me.
No earnest devotion refused by another. That meaning is the progenitor of the witch gaze. It was refined through cultivation over many years, revealing new complexities, deepening beyond description. The poet chose contempt. Shame as a bridle on the defiant. At a time when factions warred for control of Axend, the witch gaze rose to prominence as a tool of conquest. Unification was not won by military might, but the power to grind hearts and minds underfoot.
Neat. Where do we get one?
Of course.
I'm supposed to be winning followers. This sounds like a pretty convenient way to go about it. But I can see you're just dying to tell me all the reasons I can't.
Setting aside my hopefully obvious objections for a moment, it would be impossible. The witch gaze is a variety of garden pansy with a very specific, very rare coloration. The royals of Axend bred them with purpose. Obviously, we today do not.
Great. So only this one color is any good?
Most pansies bear less potent meanings, far closer to the original love spurned. Although, if you visited my shop, you'd find even the lesser varieties absent. Which brings me to the second flaw in your scheme, Ismay. I can't read pansies.
What do you mean you can't?
It's the nature of my work to invoke emotion in many forms, some more complicated than others. I've attempted to incorporate common pansies into an arrangement before, but their meaning isn't compatible with me. Even at its weakest, it demands a certain mentality which I find disturbing.
You're too much of a puss.
As always, you have a way with words, but mine seem to have failed me here. Let me put it this way. Have you ever seen warmth in the builder's smile?
Excuse me?
Supposedly it's there. Someone who falls more than a bit shy of his vision. I've never been able to verify that myself. To me, it always appeared more like derision, kind of mocking hatred which drove my younger self to dark places. Of course, I don't presume that you share my exact point of view. But when I speak of contempt as wielded by kings against their subjects, this is what I mean.
You can be a real buzzkill, you know that?
Oh, not at parties. They love me. Ismay's interest mercifully runs dry, allowing us to return to the more pressing matter of her trial. Behind Sarai's image, the path leads us to the heart of his monument. Oh, this. Well, everything points to it being a coffin, but
But it's the size of a bus, first of all.
I like how Chapter 2 is making it more clear what the scale of Mosaic is.
Yeah.
Because, like, it's kind of hard to comprehend, but also, like, it is in general hard to comprehend, like, a structure of that scale, just in general.
Mm-hmm.
Befitting a king, I'd assume.
Yeah. Second of all, didn't you say he had the sovereignty?
I said he might have. There's a chance this place predated his rise to godhood. Bear in mind, tombs like these were constructed in the prime of life to the king's own specifications. Royals liked the idea that this kind of meticulous preparation ensured their comfort and rest.
Easy ticket to heaven. Bet he didn't make it.
To heaven, probably not, but rest awaits us all.
What's the difference?
Sooner ask you, Ismay. You almost went.
Almo. If there's an afterlife, I didn't get a sneak peek.
Well, perhaps it's better left a mystery. The nature of the soul, of life after death, even the greatest minds of Axan barely understood these things. But on the far continent, uh,
Shut up. I don't need the history lesson. Just tell me a ghost isn't about to pop out of this coffin.
who can say?
Don't give me that.
Amazingly, her voice has grown tense. I nearly give in to the temptation to comment before thinking better of it. Really, Ismay, I have no idea. But if His Majesty were lingering here, I'm sure he'd have made himself known by now. Why don't we try?
What was that?
There comes a snap through the air as if a seal has been broken, and the coffin's lid slowly propels itself open. Alligator!
Alligator.
Oh my.
What the hell? Namie? Namie? Is it you? It talks? No, you aren't her. Where is Namie?
Please excuse us. We didn't mean to disturb you.
It's staring. What'd you say? Did you piss it off? What the hell did you say? Hello. You must have traveled very far. I can speak your language too, if that's easier.
My accent's that lousy, huh?
Oh, oh, no. Please forgive me. I didn't mean.
Oh! They're so cute!
She's very cute.
No, no, I'm only joking. Here, we'll start over. My name is Loic.
Loic, my lord. I'm honored to meet you.
Aren't you going to introduce yourself, Exalted?
Fuck no. Fuck no, my lady. I'm pleased to.
No, 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 no. Allow me. This is Ismay.
Don't just give it my name.
Is Oh, sorry.
Ismay, my lady. Great ones. I welcome you both. My name is Tutu.
Oh!
Tutu.
Tutu. That's a very charming name.
Thank you. Someone. Mm, ew.
Tutu?
Oh, I'm sorry. Someone important gave it to me.
Ah, you were calling for Namie earlier?
Yes, yes. Naomi is my friend. She left me in this place. It was dangerous, so I couldn't stay with her. But she told me she would come back for me someday.
Sorry, Ismay's face right now. I love this facial expression on her.
She's very incredulous. Ismay is not a fan of animals, not talking animals, not regular animals. Just she is having absolutely none of this right now. This is the worst thing that could be happening to her. But I wonder how much time has passed.
Tutu, this may be hard to hear. Please bear with me. I believe you've been asleep for several hundred years now.
Oh, but but Naomi did tell me that it might take a very long time. And if I'm awake after so long, that means she's here. She came back for me. But I don't see her. Hey, this is like prank, right?
I'd be astonished. What I can gather from the flowers in her coffin make it clear Tutu's friend must have spared no effort to protect her for a very long time.
No wonder treasure hunting died if this is the kind of shit there was to find. Is something wrong?
Not at all. Don't mind us. I'm afraid we don't know where your friend might be, Tutu. But maybe we can help you find.
Not a chance. Absolutely no stupid errands.
Ismay wants 100%. Ismay wants to speed run this shit right now.
Yes. No detours.
No
0.
detours, no side quests, skipping all dialogue and cutscenes.
Yep.
We can't rule out the possibility that this is connected to your trial.
Will you really help me find my friend?
We can certainly try.
You're so kind. Thank you, my lady and lord.
Oh, please, no formalities.
Yes, formalities. I don't need to be on a first name basis with a lizard. Thank you, my lady and Loic.
Maybe your friend's gone ahead of us. At this point, at this, I point out the stone wall on the stone door on the far wall. It seems to open vertically, and it's clearly every bit as heavy as it looks. I wonder, do you know of any mechanism for opening that door?
Door. Yes or no?
Yes or no. Yes or no.
Um, I'm so sorry. I barely know anything.
She's so cute. I love her so much.
She's very sweet.
Oh.
But I don't think that door is supposed to open. So we're definitely about to open it.
So we are. Would you be kind enough to part with the sort of Aracast you're holding, Tutu?
Is that what this is? I don't know where it came from.
I suspect it was left with you for a reason. You're aware of its meaning?
Hmm? Oh, you're you're a sage. Like Nami. You know the great mystery.
I study it, yes, though I'm hardly a sage. We'll see what I can wring out. May I? Tutu hands over the flowers with excitement. Much like her, they seem to have emerged from some slumber, as remarkably full of life as some centuries ago. The very ideal of a sort of Aracast, at least to my eyes. I've never held one, but I know other children of its wild ancestor. Facets of that primal cleaving revealed by the modern gladiolus in its many varieties. Gladiolus is a good name.
Yes, it's a very good flower.
I dwell on its shape, tracing along its stems a winding fissure. The memory of Earth split apart springs immediately to my mind, yet its form begins to waver. Each branching crack becomes a delicate spiral, an arch inscribed with prayer, a figure swathed in marble, a condescending smile. All of these etched upon a pillar great enough to blot out the sun. What can I do with this?
Hmm?
Whose works may compare to yours? Not mine. I have no mind for sculpture, yet you give me a chisel. So be it. See what I create.
Oh, oh!
That's so funny. You gave me a chisel.
He's
Freaking Kool-Aid man's through the wall with a flower.
Loic is maybe not so proficient with this particular one.
Yeah, he's kind of low dex.
My lord, you're amazing. You're really amazing.
Thank you, but I'm sure your friend would put me to shame. All right, shall we?
Um, I I don't remember everything from before I went to sleep, but I know it's dangerous down there.
We're prepared for a little danger, Tutu. Would you rather wait here for us?
No, I. Oh, I'll be brave.
That's the spirit. Let's go.
If it's alright, do you think that we could end the stream here for today? I think that this is a rough halfway through the
Oh yeah,
chapter.
sure. Absolutely. Let's hit save on that.
Thanks. My voice is just a little weaker than usual. Thank
That's
you for your help with all this.
yeah, no, of course. And thank you for joining me yet again. Um
No, of course. I had a great time and I hope that you're enjoying it.
I very much am. Uh I'm loving this game so much. I love it so much.
Also, a lot of new characters all at once. You did a really good job with all your additional voices this
Oh,
time.
thank you. But yeah, before we go, I do want to say I made Twitch affiliates, so if you want to subscribe, um and like let me have a little bit of walking around money potentially, because I don't have a job. You can subscribe on the channel or throw bits, or if you have Amazon Prime, you can use your free Prime sub, courtesy of Andy Jassy, because I am forced to know who the current president of Amazon is.
Fuck that noise.
Yeah, unfortunately, I live in Seattle. Like, I love this
I'm
city, but
game
also, like, unfortunately, I have to keep apprised of Amazon.
I'm gainfully employed, so don't worry about me. Give all your money to tautology instead, please.
Um, Otherwise, yeah, you can see any updates to the stream schedule or when I'm going live on Blue Sky at Fiona from the Internet. You can follow Victor at it's just windy9.bluesky.social.
Yep, on every site. That's me.
Yep. Um and uh yeah, I thank you so much to I someone drew a fan I someone drew art of Ismay and Loic last stream, and then I have discovered, thanks to Victor, that someone drew fan art of the stream of Ismay saying, "Oh, you mean the Chaos Emeralds?" Oh, which is so amazing. Um, I'm so floored. Here's a link to. Oh, right. Eh, Here's a link to it. Um, I'm incredibly floored and flattered that people would do that. Uh, but yeah, we'll be back next week with the rest of chapter 2. Tuesday I'll be back with Final Fantasy 2, and I feel like I'm getting close to the end. So it might be only one or two more streams of that. Then it'll be chapter 1 of The Devil, and then there might be another little bit of a schedule shakeup because might be having a new kind of show starting. But in the
Very
meantime,
exciting.
yeah, it is exciting. I There's so many shows I want to do because having themes is really helpful for like keeping a thing focused for me. But yeah,
Mhm.
in the meantime, pardon me. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you all next week. Have a great night.
Good night.